Well, shall I say good afternoon again? Woo! We just had what time is it? It's 2 o'clock. And we've been waiting to come on to share with you, but because of technical difficulties, we had to stop and start and stop and start. But we're here because we are determined to give you a message of hope, encouragement, and inspiration. My name is Portia Wheatley. I am the founder and president of a nonprofit organization, acknowledged as Trophy of Life Incorporated. And we have the vision to render hope and encouragement to the world. And I say the world because it's going to be given and taken and listened to around the world. So that's very, very exciting. And in order to do that, I need you to help me share this message of hope, encouragement, and inspiration. Well, let me welcome in and pull in my co-hosts.
Hello, everyone. I'm Takira Swan. I'm glad to be here today.
Good. I'm always happy to have you.
I'm always happy to be here.
Look, it was the reason why we're coming to you at this time is because, like I said, we had some technical difficulties, but we had to shift. So we're like, we were going to have the topic of sharing with single men and single women, and the relationship of single men and women, the sexual relationship of single men and women, the good, bad, ugly, indifferent, all of that with single men and women. But it didn't happen that way. And because of technical difficulties, our guests could not come in at this time, but we will reschedule. Mm-hmm. So we had to shift.
Yes.
Instead of just not doing it at all, my co-host and I decided, look, we're still bringing a word of hope, encouragement, and inspiration. So we had to shift to plan B. And yes, we just came up with plan B. So I love God. Look, what's the need of coming on and saying, well, the devil did this? No, we don't even want to mention his name. The imp that he is, we don't even want to mention his name. So we're not going to give him any glory. We're not going to give him any praise. So we're going to shift to plan B and see what we have to say and the download that we've got. So on that note, that's what I want to talk about. Be ready to shift when it's time, whenever it's time. And this was a time for us that we had to shift because, again, we wanted to make sure we bring you a message of hope, encouragement, and inspiration. Even in this is a message. Keep going. Keep doing this thing. Keep working it out. Keep climbing. Keep encouraging yourself. It may not look like what you thought it was going to be, but keep encouraging yourself. It's going to happen. It's going to work out. It's going to do. You think so, Takira?
Yes, it's going to work out the way it was supposed to in the first place. So I'm always a believer of things just don't happen just because. So even though our wonderful guest, she will be back to present, her material of what she has to offer to the singles of the world. Yes. But today, unfortunately, if she's not here, we're going with plan B, and you never know, maybe someone can be encouraged by what we have to share today. So all this was supposed to happen, even though it's not the way we wanted it to happen.
Right.
So just talking about a shift, like being ready to change or adapt or accept change. I think that's so important right now with everything in life, no matter if it's with your dreams or your business or your family, with money, with everything. I think especially in this time, you really have to, one, be able to accept change, and you have to be able to roll with the punches. Wow. They always say, it's not about, how you fall, but how you get up. And that's so true, because you are bound to fall. If you want to talk about in any area of your life, physically, spiritually, mentally, emotionally. Everyone's going to have a bad day. Everyone's not going to have their plans go as they wanted to, but it's how you recuperate and how you get up and roll with those punches.
Wow.
And keep going with the mission and the larger picture. So just like with today, our larger picture, of course, is to bring hope, encouragement, and inspiration to you 365 days of the year. A big task, right? So if we had, like you and I, if we had a negative mindset, or if we were easily discouraged, we could have said, oh, this is a sign. I don't know. Oh, we knew this was going to happen. No, like things happen. And,
right.
you know, we tried, like it wasn't that, you know, we just said, okay, it didn't work out. Let's just sit and think. No. We tried every single thing that we could to make it work. And it just wasn't supposed to happen today. So we didn't lay down and just, you know, call it quits. You just keep moving. And that's the encouragement and the tip we want to provide to you today.
Yes.
Is that you just have to keep going when things don't go your way. No matter what area of your life it is, you just take it moment by moment. You stop, you breathe, you pause, you recoup, and you keep it going. And even if it's something serious in your life and you're embarrassed or ashamed, like we could be embarrassed, like, oh no, what are people going to think? You can't care what people think. Like, it's going to be okay. It's going to be okay. And you know, if people judge you for things like this that are out of your control, or, you know, even if you've made a mistake and you're trying to get better, if people are judging you for that, then that is a sign just to, you know, look, put your blinders on, cut them off, because they're not important to you in this season of your life. So you can't be afraid what people are going to think. And me actually saying that's a big thing, because I used to care like a lot, like, well, I don't want, you know, because I'm just such a, you know, everybody get along, love each other person. And that's not how the world works. But you can't care, because then what happens is you will lessen yourself. You'll diminish yourself and the purpose that you individually have, the ideas that you have, the hope and joy you're supposed to bring to people, and the change that you're supposed to have in the world and your small sphere of influence. It doesn't happen because you got discouraged over something that was supposed to be so small, and you made it this big, all because it's up in here of what will people think? Oh, I'm embarrassed. So I can't believe I did that. You know, all those negative thoughts that we think of and that we hear and hear, you have to really just work hard to consciously push them out, because that's not who you are. And that's not who we are. And like you said before, you know, we want to operate in excellence. We got to come back. You just take a step back and you regroup. So
change is inevitable. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. I remember when I just started out with my soup business, and it was something that happened. I think I forgot to put an ingredient in or something, but this was years ago, and I literally lost it. And I remember my husband coming and I went upstairs and laid on the bed, and I remember my husband coming around to my side of the bed and saying, babe, the Lord said, if you can't deal with failure at this level, you're not going to go any higher. So I'm like, oh Lord, I shook myself, got myself together, and that it just happened. So, and I moved on. So we have to really learn how to roll with the punches, as you stated, roll with the punches and keep on going. What if we did not move on and deliver a message today? God be like, you want to take this message around the world and you can't even handle this one? Come on. Yeah. So there are higher heights and deeper depths. Yeah, I tell you, depths.
Yeah.
It's amazing. God is waiting on us to actually say, yes, Lord. Okay. Whatever comes my way, I'm ready for it. Be strong in the Lord and the power of his might. And it's only in him. Now, if in my natural mind, in my thoughts, I'd be like, oh, okay. You know, I could have, discourage my guest. I wasn't going to let that happen. No. What happened today was just a lesson of what might happen in another few months or whatever. But always have a plan B.
Yes.
Well, God always has plan A, but sometimes we have to have plan B,
Or
but
C or D.
and it will come together. But I just sat here after we tried a couple of times and it didn't work. I just sat here. I'm like, okay, I just sat here and I had my Bible here and I just chill. I'm like, I'm not getting upset. What? Get upset for what?
Mm-hmm.
God's got this. We're in God's hands. God's got this, and we're in His hands. God's got this, and we're in His hands. And I appreciate the fact that our guest tried and tried again, and it didn't work. Evidently, it's not for this time. And when she comes again, because she was already ready, she was already ready. If anything, I would have to break in and like, Benita, bring it in. But she was already ready. And I know without a doubt, she would have spoken from her heart. But it is what it is. The other thing I wanted to talk about or briefly was the mere fact of being determined to follow through with what you said you would do. And Trophy of Life, by way of Project 365, committed to bringing you messages of hope, encouragement, and inspiration. I was almost ready to just pick up my computer, my paperwork, and let's go to your house or you come to my house, because we are going to deliver the message by any means necessary. We're going to do that. So I want to encourage you, if you have committed yourself to do something, whether it's in business, personally, with your family, with your co-workers, in your community, and they're looking to you to deliver what you spoke out of your mouth that you would deliver, be integral about it. Be persistent in what you have to do. They don't have to see everything that goes on behind the scenes. They just need to know that you're a woman of your word, you're a man of your word, and you're going to follow through with what you said. But be determined about it. It's just amazing when you can stand in your truth and say, I am a woman of integrity. I am a man of integrity, and I'm going to do just what God said that I can do. I can do all things through Christ who strengthened me. That's what He said I can do, so I can do it. So you look for a way to get it done. I'm grateful.
Yeah.
I'm grateful.
I'm extremely grateful. And every moment is a teachable moment, not just for us, but even for Miss Bernita, when because I know I can just feel it. I know she has so much to offer. But what if this was a great moment to say, hey, so next time you have to do, to speak out to someone, through Zoom, because the world is not going as like we thought it would, maybe we can try A, B, and C, or maybe she'll have a different plan B and we'll have a different plan B,
Right.
So it just all works together for everyone. And teachable moments are really great. And I can't remember exactly what I said before about true greatness, like, blossoming out of like trouble and chaos, but it really does. And if you think about like celebrities, and you can pick any celebrity that is of greatness. They have so many things that go wrong behind the scenes that we don't know about. A lot of bloopers. And we always compare ourselves to the picture perfect of what we see, but we don't know what they had to do to get there and to make that happen and make that work. It takes a lot of work. And that's not to discourage anyone like, oh, well, it takes a lot of work. No, it takes a lot of work, but you can do it. Like, we're all human beings and greatness is within us. Like, this is what we're supposed to do. We're supposed to be great, but you have to give yourself a chance. You have to commit to yourself. That's the first thing. Commitment to yourself is really important, because you can have any goal, whether it's for your business, you want to lose weight, I don't know, anything. If you don't commit to yourself to say, I am giving 110% to myself, that if things don't go the way I want them to go, I'm going to find within myself to keep going and keep pushing. You have to commit to yourself. That's the first step. And then once you do that, everything else will fall in line, because you'll be so determined to get it done. And it won't be about anybody else. It'll be about you and your goals and your integrity. And that's just where we want to get everybody as much as we can. Because this whole Project 365 is not about us at all.
Absolutely.
It's much bigger than us. But it is about you. We are giving a message to you. Like, this is a platform that is literally being catered to making you the best you that you can be. So don't get discouraged, please. And you know what might make it feel better? Not feel better, but just so you can see like what we're talking about, go on YouTube and look up your favorite celebrity of whatever platform they're in and watch their bloopers. Like sometimes it's so
Right.
bad.
Right.
And it'll make you say, you know what? Well, if they can do that and they can come back from that, then I can come back from this little bitty thing that's going on right now. And then once you do that and you just keep going, things become more comfortable.
Mm-hmm.
God can trust you to give you more of what you're supposed to
That's
have.
good.
Because, you know, he's like, all right, now she can roll with these punches. I can give her this. Because like you said, with greater levels, greater devils, like it's just how it works. You know, because when you get elevated to another level, something else is going to go wrong, but you just keep going. So
you think about it as well. I love what you just shared. And you think about it, your children are looking at how you handle change, how you handle disappointment, how you handle things falling apart. Your children are looking at that. So you have to continue or be with the mindset that, okay, I'm not going to let this break me down. I'm not going to let this take me back a step. But whatever you do, we want to make sure we share the positive with the next generation. Let your son or daughter know how you got out of a difficult situation, what you did to get out of a difficult situation. How did you encourage yourself? All of this is about change as well. But the next generation has to see that you didn't get upset. You didn't just blow your lid. You didn't just, you weren't ready to hit someone, cut somebody out, or, you know, substance abuse or something like that. We have to show the next generation how you made it through. Otherwise, you know, we're giving off some bad vibes. We're letting them know,
yes,
I messed up and you're going to mess up too, but let me show you how it's handled. Let me show you how you can get through. So it's amazing. Now, I guess people would say, you're crazy to thank God for this day of how it did not go according to how you planned it to go. I thank God. Let me testify. Truly, look, why they start with truly? Truly, I thank the Lord for being.
I know.
Thank the Lord for being here. Thank you for my health and strength and blood running warm in my veins and all of that. But I thank God that I didn't blow my lid. I thank God I kept it all together. And my children see. Now, back in the day, you know, I'm still growing. Let me tell you that now. Let me put that out there. I'm still growing. But back in the day, I may have, you know, temper or whatever. But I see the bigger picture. I see, and I feel, and I express, and I display the love of God, because he's there to show me how it's done, with whom it's to be done, and it's being done through me. And I bless God for that. I bless God for that. So we made it through, Takira. We made it through. This is day 28. And we have many, many, many more days to go, but our commitment is out there. We are going to deliver hope, encouragement, and inspiration for the remainder of the year. Come hell or high water, snow, rain, sleet, we're going to do that. And we're going to bring you some very, very interesting topics. We're going to bring you some topics that I think I said yesterday you may not agree with or even heard of. Topics that may broaden your insight, enlighten you, cause you to think out of the box. So those that are looking, listening, viewing, and all of that, we're coming for you. If you have something to share that would be relating to being hopeful and something that would encourage someone, or someone is looking at you to say, I know you have a story. I know you had an experience. Are you ready to tell the world? If you're not ready, we're not going to pressure you to share. But if you're ready to tell the world how you came through, what you did, what makes you happy, that may make someone else happy, what relaxes you, Oh, it's amazing. It's so many different topics out there because God has made all of us so very different. But we put this together. God gave us this idea, Project 365, and we're going to run with it. We're going to actually share it with the world. We're going to share it with the world. That's all I want to say, that we're going to share it with the world. So I encourage you again, be ready for change. Be ready for shift. For a shift, if you have to make a shift, be ready for it, because God wants you to continue on. Matter of fact, before we go, Takira, let me check out our chat room.
All righty.
Let's see. Though Benita could not be with us on screen, she's here in our chat room. We got you, Benita. You're coming. We got you.
Yes.
My other friend that I want to really, really, really let him know that I'm coming for him. He has an awesome, awesome testimony, as well as his position in the community is awesome. Dr. Kevin Daniels. Yeah, you can't hide behind.
Yes.
Yeah, this man is just an awesome man of God, and I bless God for his life. Ladies, gentlemen that are in the chat room, thank you so very much for watching, for viewing. One of the things we want you to do is go to our YouTube channel and subscribe. Yeah. There are so many messages that we want to get to the world, get out to the world, and let them know. And also, when God drops something in your heart to do, you may be a little fearful at the moment and say, how can I do this? Thank you, Lord. How can I do this? Why you do that to me? Because it's bigger than us. It's bigger than us. But when you step out and say yes, watch it all come together. It would all come together. And I bless God that he's using us. We're not the only one he will use. But when you say yes, and then our paths will cross, so that you will have an opportunity to come on and share your message with the world. All right. I love you so much. Takira, you good? You have anything else to share?
I'm good. I'm good. Don't you get emotional on me, because woo, we can't do this. But no, I'm good. And like we said earlier, this was supposed to happen this way. And if you guys don't get anything out of this today, just remember just to keep going, to persevere. Please just believe. We believe, we're believers. We believe in God and Jesus, but believe in yourself. You really can do this. It's gonna be difficult at times, but it's not always gonna be difficult when you just embrace what you're supposed to be doing, who you're supposed to be. Not only will you get joy and fulfillment with everything, but you're gonna have fun with it, and you're gonna enjoy it, and you're gonna love it. And when you are happy on the inside and just exuding joy, people can sense that. And God will just draw those people to you that are supposed to be in your life. So just keep going. It's going to be fine. Trust me on this one.
Trust us. Yes, trust us.
It's okay.
Well, on that note, we're going to close out. Just know that we will see you tomorrow. We have another guest coming, and another day that you will enjoy Project 365. All right. Yes. God bless. Love you much. Bye-bye.